Garfield, the lazy cat with a big heart. In the cozy suburban home of John Arbuckle, an eccentric cartoonist with a penchant for quirky hobbies, lives the world's laziest yet most lovable orange tabby cat, Garfield. Known for his insatiable love of lasagna, his sarcastic wit, and his disdain for Mondays, Garfield has become an icon of comedic mischief. However, beneath his sarcastic remarks and unapologetically lazy demeanor lies a heart filled with surprising depth, loyalty, and warmth. Garfield's day begins as usual, lounging atop his favorite recliner, basking in the morning sunlight that streams through the living room window. The clinking of dishes signals breakfast, and Garfield lazily stretches before leaping off his perch. John, always hopeful, presents a dish of cat food. Garfield stares at it, unimpressed. His eyes speak volumes. "You call this breakfast? Where's the lasagna?" In John's household, Garfield's antics set the rhythm of the day. Whether it's teasing OD, the ever-enthusiastic and slightly dim-witted dog, or orchestrating a plot to raid the refrigerator, Garfield's life is an endless parade of humorous escapades. He might trick OD into chasing his tail for hours or steal a slice of John's pizza, but he always does so with a mischievous twinkle in his eye, while Garfield often appears to care only about food, naps, and himself. There are moments that reveal his deeper side. When John is feeling down, Garfield subtly shows his support, curling up beside him and purring softly. He might roll his eyes at John's clumsy attempts at dating, but deep down, Garfield wants his owner to be happy. OD, too, despite being the frequent target of Garfield's pranks, is never truly harmed. Garfield's mock disdain for the dog hides a protective streak. When OD gets into trouble, Garfield is always there to save the day, albeit with a grumble about the effort it takes. One particularly memorable adventure unfolds when Garfield overhears John mentioning a lasagna cooking contest at the local fair. His ears perk up, and his mind begins to scheme, determined to ensure John's lasagna wins, so Garfield can have unlimited leftovers. The cat embarks on a mission to help. Garfield's version of help, of course, involves sabotaging the competition. From sneaking into the fairgrounds to, accidentally, knocking over a rival's spice rack to swapping out ingredients in another contestant's dish, Garfield's antics escalate hilariously. Meanwhile, John, oblivious to his cat's meddling, nervously perfects his lasagna recipe. When the contest begins, Garfield's plans unravel. One of the contestants discovers Garfield in their kitchen, leading to a chaotic chase through the fair. OD, drawn into the mayhem, proves instrumental in helping Garfield evade capture. Despite the chaos, John's lasagna stands out and wins first place. Garfield, proud of his contribution, feasts on the leftovers, declaring the day a success. Garfield's story is not just about his love for food and humor, but also about the unique bond he shares with John and OD. Through thick and thin, their unconventional family supports each other in their own quirky ways. John's patience with Garfield's sass, Garfield's reluctant loyalty to OD, and the trio's shared adventures form the heart of their tale. Garfield reminds us that life doesn't always have to be taken seriously. Sometimes, it's about enjoying the little things. Whether that's a sunny nap, a hearty meal, or the company of those who love us for who we are. Beneath his layers of laziness and sarcasm, Garfield is a cat who embraces life on his terms, teaching us that humor and heart can make even the most mundane days extraordinary. And so, as Garfield curls up for another nap, dreaming of lasagna and plotting his next escapade, we're reminded that this lazy cat, with his big appetite and even bigger heart, will always find a way to steal the show and our laughter. Garfield, the iconic orange tabby cat with a voracious appetite for lasagna and an aversion to Mondays, has captured the hearts of audiences for decades. Created by cartoonist Jim Davis, Garfield is more than just a comic strip character. He's a cultural phenomenon that has transcended generations, offering humor, wit, and timeless lessons about the simple joys of life. Garfield lives with his owner, John Arbuckle, and his dim-witted yet lovable dog companion, OD. While John is a well-meaning but often clueless human, Garfield sees himself as the true ruler of the household. His days are filled with indulgence, from sleeping for hours on his cozy bed to scheming ways to avoid any form of effort or responsibility. His laziness is legendary, yet his sarcastic remarks and sharp observations on life make him both relatable and endlessly entertaining. Despite his apparent selfishness, Garfield has a surprisingly big heart. He may tease OD relentlessly, but deep down, he cares for his canine friend, often stepping in to protect him from harm. Similarly, John's bumbling attempts at romance and daily life may frustrate Garfield, but their bond is one of mutual affection and dependence. Through his antics, Garfield demonstrates the importance of family, however unconventional, and how love can exist even in the smallest, most everyday moments. One of Garfield's defining traits is his insatiable love for food, particularly lasagna. His culinary escapades are legendary, whether it's stealing an entire tray of lasagna from the kitchen or cleverly outsmarting John to get an extra snack. His appetite symbolizes